Now what I am going to do is, in the box here I will write some contractions and you help me in completing the sentence by choosing the correct contraction. So you will write choose the correct contractions, okay. So what you are going to do? You are going to choose the correct contraction to complete the sentences. I will write down the contractions and the incomplete sentence for you. You have here weave, you have weave, you've, then we have didn't, then his, its, then we have I, then don't, she's, its, isn't, then we have what's, weren't, they've, then we have can't, that's, and finally won't. Okay. So we have a whole lot of this. Then I am going to write the sentence for you and you can complete it. The first one we have here is dash is the time please. The first one. The second one, dash waiting for me. Meanwhile, you choose words from there, contractions from there to make correct sense. Okay. When dash eaten your lunch, you may go to play. The next one we have here is they dash allowed to go to the movies. Then we have fifth one, dash go to the shops. Shop now. And sixth one, a very hot day today. I have written 6 sentences for you. Now let's find what are the contractions that fit correctly into this. The time please, what will you say? What is the time please? What will you say? What is the time please, but what you will say, what's. You will choose what's. You don't say what is the time please. You use the contraction, what's the time please. Okay. So, the first one we have is what's. What? What's the time? What's the time please? You got it? What is the time please? You will say what's the time please. Now, dash waiting for me. Dash waiting for me. You will say she is waiting for me. So, what's the short form? She is. Instead of saying she is waiting for me, you will say she's waiting for me. Okay. You can also say he is. Where is he is? You can also say he is waiting for me. So, you can also write as he is waiting for me. Then you can also say they are waiting for me. You can say they've been waiting for me. They have been waiting for me, or you can say they are waiting for me. Okay. So, he is waiting for me, she is waiting for me. Now, the first one is, what is the time please? You will say, what's the time please? Next, we will say, she is waiting for me. They use the contraction, she is waiting for me. You can also use, he is waiting for me. You can say, they are waiting for me. Okay. Now, the third one here, when dash eaten your lunch. When dash eaten your lunch. When dash, when you have eaten your lunch, you may go to play. So, instead of saying you have, you've. When you have eaten your lunch. When you've eaten your lunch, you may go to play. Then you have they dash allowed to go to the movies. Now, you will say they weren't allowed to go to the movies. They were not allowed. So, you will say they were not. So, you will write were. The short form is weren't. They weren't allowed to go to the weren't. They were not allowed to go to the movies. The contraction is they weren't allowed to go to the movies. Dash go to the shop now. Dash go to the shop. Dash go to the shop now. So, don't. You don't go to the shop now. Don't. Do not go to the shop now. Do not. So, you will say don't. Instead of saying do not, you will say don't. Okay. Do not, you will say don't go to the shop now. And then you have dash a very hot day today. What is that? It is a very hot day today. The short form is it, and then apostrophe s. It's a very hot day today. So, we have used number of contractions from the box. We have some more sentences to do. Let's look at what you have done. Then we clean and go back to write the next sentences. What is the time please? What's the time please? She is waiting for me, or he is waiting for me, or they are waiting for me. She is, he is, they are. Okay. When you have eaten, you will say when you've eaten the lunch, you may go to play. They were not allowed to go to the movies. They weren't. Were not, weren't. Do not go to the shop now. Do not. So you say don't. Do not. Don't. It is a very hot day. It's a very hot day. So you have done 6 sentences using contractions, and now we have some more to do. We will do some more sentences. We have more contractions left. So I will put up some more for you. So number 7. They dash late for the show. Late for the show. Next we have we dash see the car coming. Next we have this dash my bag. And 10th one we have mother dash coming with us, coming with us. And then you have Paul dash made 2 spelling mistakes. Then we have dash Lucy's dog. All right. Now, just look at this. They dash late for show. They dash late for the show. So, what will it be? They weren't late. They were not late for the show. So, you will say they weren't. So, you will say they were not wait for the show. They were not late. So, were not, you will say weren't. They weren't. Okay. So, they were apostrophe. They weren't late for the show. The next one we have we dash see the car coming. We dash. We didn't see the car coming. We did not see. We did not see. So, did not short form is didn't. We did not. So, we will say we didn't. We didn't see the car coming. We did not. Did not short form is didn't. This dash my bag. That means this isn't my bag. This is not my bag. Isn't. Is not short form. This isn't my bag. And the next one is mother dash be coming with us. Mother won't. Will not be. Will not, that we say won't. Mother won't be coming with us. Mother will not be coming with us. Okay. Mother won't. Won't be coming. Mother won't be coming with us. The next we have Paul dash made 2 spelling mistakes. It say Paul, you have. Paul, you have made 2 spelling mistakes. You and then apostrophe, and then you have made 2 spelling mistakes. Then you have Lucy dash Lucy dash it. Then you say it's Lucy's dog, isn't it? You must say it is. It's Lucy's bag. So you say it's Lucy's dog, isn't it? It's Lucy's dog, isn't it? We'll use this again. Is now look at that. It is Lucy's dog, isn't it? You'll say it's Lucy's dog, isn't it? Look at the 6 sentences that I put up for you. First one we have, they were not late for the show. They weren't late. We did not see the car coming. We didn't see the car coming. This is not my bag. This isn't my bag. Mother will not be coming with us. Mother won't be coming with us. Paul, you've made 2 mistakes, spelling mistake. It's Lucy's dog. It's Lucy's dog, isn't it? We have some more sentences because we have more contractions in the box. We'll do few more sentences and you can fill in with the contractions for more practice. Alright? Now, 13. Dash for a dinner tonight. Next one is 14. Dash finished our work. Finished our work. Then we have not visited Singapore before. Not visited Singapore before. And lastly we have Peter dash Peter and Jack. Peter and Jack at the basketball game yesterday. Okay, let's choose contractions to complete this sentence. Alright, the first one we have is dash for dinner tonight. We will say what is for dinner tonight. So, what is, we will say what's. What's for dinner tonight? Okay, what is for dinner, you will say what's. What's for dinner tonight? What's for dinner tonight? Alright, the next one we have dash finished our work. Then you will say we have. We've. We'll say we have. We'll say we've finished. So we'll write we. Instead of saying we have finished our work, we'll say we've finished our work. You can say we finished our work. Okay. Now we have dash not visited Singapore before. We can say we have not. We've not visited Singapore before. We have not. So, you will write we've not, or we'll say We have not. We have. We have not. So, we've not visited Singapore. So, now we've, you can also write I've not visited Singapore before. So, you can also say I've not visited Singapore before. You can also say they've not visited Singapore before. So, you can also say they've not, I've not, we've not. Okay? You can use all these in the sentence. And finally, we have Dash and Peter and Jack at the basketball game yesterday. Were not Peter and Jack at the basketball game yesterday? Were not. So, you will say weren't. Were not, we will say were. Weren't Peter and Jack at the basketball yesterday? So, were not. Okay? Were not. Now, look at the sentences that we have put up now. What is for dinner tonight? What's for dinner tonight? We have finished. You can say we have finished our work. So, we've finished our work. We have not visited Singapore before. I have not visited Singapore before. You can also use they have not visited Singapore before. They've, I've and we have. Finally, we have we were not Peter and Jack at the basketball game yesterday. Weren't. Instead of were not, weren't. So, we have done whole lot of sentences to put in the contractions to make the sentences more meaningful. Now, I am going to put up some phrases. You have to make the contraction and then use it in a sentence. So, some small exercise to practice the contractions and the phrases that we have already learned. Okay. So, write a sentence using the contraction. So, I will give the phrase, you change the into contraction. Okay. First one we have here is did not. Did not. Give me the contraction. Didn't. Then you frame the sentence in your mind. Okay. Did not, didn't. Did. Then we have to frame a sentence. Did not, didn't. Now give me a sentence with didn't. We didn't reach the place yet, or we didn't get the place in a train. So, sentence, tell me a sentence. We did not. So, didn't. We didn't reach the place yet. Now, look at it very carefully. We did not. We didn't. What is the phrase I gave you? Did not. Contraction, didn't. We didn't reach the place yet, or we didn't reach the shop yet. We didn't reach the school yet. Okay. The next one, what we are going to, next phrase I am going to give you is are not. Are not. Now give me the contraction for it. Aren't. Very good. Aren't. Aren't. Now give the sentence for it. Aren't. The children aren't come in yet. The children The children aren't come. The children are not come, aren't come here. The children are not come here still. The children are not come here still. So, you will say shortening, children aren't come here still. Okay, the next one we have is you have. You have. Give the contraction. You've. You will say you've. All right. You have. You will write it as you've. Okay. You haven't had the lunch. You haven't, or you can say you have not given the book yet. You have not given the book yet. So, you will say you have not. You can also say you've not. You've not finished lunch yet. You've not finished. You have not, will say you have not finished lunch. You have not finished lunch. You will say you've not finished lunch yet. Okay. So, you say you have, you will say you've. You have, you will say you. And the next one is, let's look at the sentence once more. Did not, didn't, are not, aren't, you have. Okay. Next we have where is. Next is where is. So, how will you write it as? Contraction where's. Where apostrophe s, where's. A sentence please. Where's the watch that I gave you? Where is the watch that I gave you? So, you will write it as where's the watch? Where's the watch that I gave you? That I gave you. I look at it again. Where is the watch that I gave you? You will say where's. Instead of where is, you will say where's the watch that I gave you. Next one. Fifth one, you have the let us. Let us. Give the contraction for let us. Let's. 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 That will be let's. Let us. You will write it as let's. Now, give me a sentence. Let's go for a movie. Let's go. Let us. That is, let us go for a movie. Let us go for a movie, and we'll shorten it and we'll say let's. Let's go for a movie. Okay. And then we have finally what is. Give me the contraction. What is. You will write as what's. What is. You will say the contraction is what's. Now the sentence please. What's. You will say what is. Sometimes mom will, what's your problem? What is your problem? What is your problem. You have some, what's your problem? What is your problem? Okay. Now, let's look at all the sentences that we have done with the contractions. Now, did not, didn't. We didn't reach the place yet. Are not, aren't. The children aren't come here still. You have, you've not finished lunch yet. Where's the watch that I gave you? Let's go for a movie. What's your problem? So you will learn phrases to make contraction and then frame a sentence. Next, what we are going to do, we are going to give you the contraction and you must know where to put the apostrophes correctly. Okay. So now, rewrite the contractions by putting the apostrophe correctly. So you will rewrite the contraction by putting the apostrophe in the correct place. That's what we are going to do now. We have about 16. So we'll write 1. That's. Then we have didn't. Then we have I. Then she's. Heaved. Haven't. They'll. That's the 7th one. I'm. Then you have hadn't. Hadn't. You'll. 10th one. You'll. Then won't. Then we have wouldn't. It's. Then we have aren't. Then hasn't. And last one we have shouldn't. Now, all what we are going to do is, we must put the apostrophes correctly for all this. Now, let's go from the beginning. That's. Okay. That is. That is. That is, you will write that. And where is the apostrophe? Just after that. That's. Okay. For the rest, I will just do the apostrophe alone. Now, that's it. Didn't, did not. So, the apostrophe comes here. Did not. I have, I. You will write I, apostrophe, I have. Okay, I. Here it is Did apostrophe NT, didn't. Then you have she is, she's, she apostrophe S, she is. He would, he would. That is he would. The next we have is have not, have not, have not. You see that? That is, didn't, I, she is, he would, have not. Next you have they'll, they apostrophe and double L. They will, they'll. Next you have I am, hadn't, had not, that is had not, I had, they had not turned up. You will, you apostrophe double L, you will, you will. The next one is won't, would not, that is won't. Would not, you will say won't. Then you have wouldn't. Next is would, this is would not, wouldn't. This is won't, would not. Then next is it is, it's. It apostrophe S. It is, it's. Are not, aren't. Are not. Are not, that is aren't. Has not, hasn't. Has not, that is hasn't. Should not, shouldn't. Should not, shouldn't. Shouldn't. Now look at all the words that I put up for you. Look at all the apostrophe where it comes. That, that's. Didn't, didn't. I have. She's, apostrophe, where does it come? He would, id. Have not, haven't. Have not, haven't. They will, they'll. I am. Had not, hadn't. You will. Won't, won't. Would not, wouldn't. It is, it's. Are not, aren't. Has not, hasn't. Should not, shouldn't. So, marking the apostrophe correctly for each contraction is very important. Where to put correctly for each of the contractions. Now, we learn to use these contractions in framing sentences. Okay? So, I will give you one or two and then you learn to frame your own sentence. Frame sentences with contractions. Okay? Frame sentences. That's what we are going to do. We are going to frame few sentences with contractions. Okay. Now, that's. We need to form a sentence with that's. Okay. Another one I'll give you. We say didn't. that is didn't. Find a sentence for it. Then haven't. Haven't. Then I am. I'm. Then aren't. And then shouldn't. Now let's make few sentences using these contractions. Okay, the first one we have is that is, that's. That's not a good building. Okay, we can say that's, okay, or that's not the correct answer. That's not the correct answer. Okay, so we use that's, that is. That is, you write it as contraction, that's not the correct answer. Okay, didn't. Okay, supposing you say I did not bring my lunch today, then you will say I didn't. I didn't. I did not. I didn't bring my lunch today. I did not bring my lunch today. I did not, so you say didn't. I didn't bring my lunch today. All right. The next one we have it, have not, haven't. Haven't. I haven't received my letter yet, or we haven't received a message yet. Or you can say we haven't. We haven't received. We haven't received the message yet. So look at it. We haven't received the message yet. Next we have is I'm having a bad headache. I'm having a bad toothache or headache. I am having. What is the short form? I'm having a bad headache. Next we have is aren't, that means are not. Are not the children coming here, or are you not coming with me? So are you not, are not. You will say are not you coming with me? So you will say aren't you coming with me? Aren't you coming with me? Coming with me? Aren't you coming with me? Aren't. That is are not. Next one. Shouldn't. Should not. Okay. Should not we carry a bag with us, or shouldn't we? So we'll say shouldn't we carry. Shouldn't we carry a bag with us? A bag with us. Okay. Shouldn't. Okay. Now look at it again. That is, that's not the correct answer. Did not. I didn't. Did not, didn't. I didn't bring my lunch today. Have not, haven't. We haven't received the message yet. I I'm having a bad headache. Are not, aren't you coming with me? Should not, shouldn't we carry a bag with us? Learning to use contractions in a framing sentence.